Right. Hey guys, how's it going? So, right, it's not that I've fallen down the rabbit hole of the manspreading chair, but I mean, I know it might seem this way, but I came across another article this time from the Independent, and I was just thinking. Yesterday I did my very first video on this lady's anti-manspreading chair, and yeah, it was my first video. I think I watched it back and I thought I missed a few things that I wanted to say. So yeah, and then I wasn't going to do another video. I wasn't going to take it down and redo it again. But then I just thought, well, I didn't think. I just saw another article, and funnily, I'll show you the article. This is the article. So this is Independent. Feminist wins award for chair designed to stop manspreading. But funnily enough, when I saw this article earlier today, the title has been changed. This title, I mean, maybe it's in the news bit. Maybe we can find it in the news bit. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if we can do this. My internet been slow. Is it on here? Is it on here? Is it down here? Is it? I don't know. But anyway, what it said was, feminist comes up with genius design to stop manspreading. So, so that's what literally made me think. Well, I've got to do another article because I thought that title was just ridiculous. And funnily enough, now when I come to do the article, well, it wasn't. I mean, it was only posted 6 hours ago, but I saw it earlier today, so probably like 4 hours ago. The title has been changed because, I mean, she's not a genius. Right, I mean, let's not brand around that term so loosely. She's not a genius, and the idea is, I mean, so is she a genius, or is the design, the invention, a genius invention? So that the invention is not even a genius invention. In fact, the invention is a bad invention. And I mean, if you look at basically the definition again of manspreading, because I looked it up, and well, obviously, yeah, I looked it up when it said it basically been added to the dictionary in 2015. The definition is like it's on public transport. So it's on public transport. So what are you going to do? Are you going to retrofit all public transport with these chairs? And then you're going to have the man's chair, then the woman's chair that allows them to spread their legs because that's so equal. But I mean, we just ignore that point of it. And so how are you going to decide how many of each chair that you have? And that's it. I don't need to go on anymore, do we? It's not a genius idea. So that that is that. So yeah, so the chair's not a good idea. It's not going to stop manspreading, and also neither the idea nor the lady are a genius. So there, that was it. But the title has now changed, which is a bit annoying because that was where I was going to start with this, with my latest journey down the rabbit. I mean, just my latest video on this. So yeah, so there we go. We've all been there. We've all been there. Well, obviously the video is aimed at women, so I'm guessing not all. Obviously, some people are men, and they probably haven't been there, have they? Successfully bagged a seat on the tube. So yeah, we've all been there. Meaning just women on the tube, so just women in London, then I guess. I mean, where else has a tube in England? Against all odds, and find ourselves squashed between two men, both sitting with their knees so far apart from our own, could not get closer. But yeah, so with the legs far apart. Yes, manspreading is possibly one of the biggest bugbears of women on public transport, and now a feminist design, like it's highlighted red, I don't know why it's red, is that important? Red. A feminist designer has come to the rescue. So Layla Laurel, crafts and design at the University of Brighton, has designed a chair that features a triangular seat that encourages men to sit with their legs closed, creating a potential solution for the scourge of manspreading, because obviously it is. I mean, forget the gender pay gap, and do you know what I mean, and just the general other things that feminists routinely take offence over. I mean, this is the scourge of their lives. So yeah, created as her final year project entitled "A Solution for Manspreading." Laurel also created a second chair intended for women that used a small piece of wood in the centre to encourage female sisters to rest with their legs parted, allowing them to take up more space. I mean, I spoke about this in yesterday's video. So what? So you want the women to take the space up then, and the men not? So I mean, it's just not equal, is it? And then also, I mean, who designs a chair, unless you're like maybe a medical practitioner, to cause women to have to spread their legs. I mean, she's a feminist and she designed it, so she should be awarded for it. But if a man had designed a chair to basically force women to have their legs spread in public, then would he get an award for that? I think he might possibly get the opposite of award. I think he might get condemnation for such a thing. So speaking to the Independent, this lady Laurel, we'll call her Laurel. My design practice is contextualized within fourth wave feminism. So I mean, I'm not a feminist, and I'm not even a female, but I've never heard of fourth wave feminism. And another huge inspiration for these pieces was Laura Bates' Everyday Sexism Project, a platform in which women can testify about the sexism they've experienced. Right, so I thought this would be a great insight into basically what women think about about things not been feminist friendly in society. So I clicked on this site, seeing as it's sourced in here, it's linked into this newspaper article. It's called "A Huge Inspiration Was Law." I mean, right, okay, I click on here and then look what it is. Like, for a start, everything, I mean, this is probably just an error. Everything was dated 2nd of June, 2nd of June, 2nd of June, 2nd of June, 2nd. It's all 2nd of June. I mean, we scroll to the bottom, go to older, 2nd of June. But okay, maybe that was an error. Maybe that has an error, and just obviously it's just in the coding of the site, doesn't change the date when people load it. So then I read some of the stories, and I mean, I don't even want to read them out. I mean, they're so bad. They're so bad, the things that have happened. I mean, you just have to read these yourself. I don't want to read these. Like, they're really bad. But I mean, every single one is very, very bad. Every one. So it just makes me think, has someone written these? And they do seem to be written in the same sort of, if you read through them, they're written in the same sort of way. So I do suspect these are written down by the same people. I mean, there's no spammy ones that people put on there, I guess. I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's just ridiculous, that is. I mean, you just have to look at it yourself. I mean, it's not a legitimate everyday sexism project platform that people are actually using. So yeah, but apparently that was her inspiration from this fourth wave feminism. I mean, right, okay, let's do this together. What is fourth wave feminism? What is this? Fourth wave feminism, a phase of feminism that began around 2012 and characterized by focus on empowerment of women and the use of internet tools centered on intersectionality. The fourth wave examines the interlocking systems of power that contribute to the stratification of traditionally marginalized group. Fourth wave feminist advocate for a greater representation of these groups in politics, business, and argue that society would be more equitable if policies and practices incorporated the perspectives of all people. I mean, I don't see why that's fourth wave. I don't see that's just the normal. That's the first wave, isn't it? Yeah. Fourth wave feminism believe that boys and men should have greater opportunities to express their emotions and feelings freely, present themselves the way they wish, and engage their parents. So these boys and men should have a greater opportunity. So men, we don't have the opportunity to express our emotions and feelings freely. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's that for you. Anyway, so like reading through, I created these chairs in order to identify and challenge problems around the sitting that like go through manspreading. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, manspreading is yeah, it's meant to be on public transport, and you can't fit out. People got to carry these chairs around with them, can they? But yeah, so as well as receiving praise for her design and an award for emerging talent, which I mean, if you're going to get an award for that, something that is useless, basically something that is also very sexist, and all it really does is pander to a feminist narrative and agenda, then you just have to question the integrity of the people that gave her the award, and they are clearly people that just have the same interests as her, and not willing to not only not see how ludicrous it is, but also to then give her an accolade based on it, and not actually point out how ridiculous it is. So luxury leisure hotel and leisure company says the design shows an imaginative, clear and cleverly presented ideas which considered overall look and feeling along with the quality of the work displayed. Yeah, so so as part of the prize, she'll be commissioned to create a project for the hotel and leisure company and receive £1,000 bursary. So excellent. So I mean, here we go. Here's two people sat on. The woman sat there with legs spread. Man sat there with his legs together. What is wrong with this picture? Yeah. So yeah, seeing our students. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd be pleased if someone got an award. Yep. So anyway, but yeah, funnily enough, I didn't know this, but apparently, so in New York, it has been banned, this manspreading thing. And I mean, I guess you can do it if there's the space to do it, but obviously if there's no space, you can't do it. And then people apparently been arrested. And then in Madrid, they have also rejected manspreading on public transport in 2014. So yeah, there we go. New York Metro's campaign to stop manspreading. But yeah, so I mean, it seems a lot like a problem of overcrowding, really, doesn't it? Oh, here's a sign, dude. Stop the spread, please. I mean, literally, someone would sit down there, and that guy would then put his legs together, and then everything would be honky dory, wouldn't it? That's the way that I see it. Here's two guys doing it. I mean, even if they put their legs together, is there space for a woman to sit in there? Yeah. Anyway, so there we go. I love a little bit more of an elaboration on that subject that I discussed yesterday.